Chelsea Football Club have been through a lot for the past 3 seasons. The last time Chelsea was in the Champions League was the season of 2022 to 2023 season, but finally Chelsea are back in the Champions League. Now the question is Bayern really a threat? Should we be afraid of Bayern Munich at this moment? Well, due to the squad we have now, I don't think Chelsea needs to be afraid of Bayern Munich. But if Enzo Maresca makes the wrong changes, or if Enzo Maresca puts the wrong players on the pitch, then we deserve to be scared. Now, for our squad to balance, players like Reece James, Marc Cucurella, Kopama, Moises Caicedo, Estevao Williams, and Joao Pedro needs to start against Bayern Munich. Because without all those players, or even if we just drop one on the bench, then we might find some difficulties. And I won't buy the idea of James playing in the midfield, because Enzo Maresca might decide to play Malo Gusto and Reece James together, which is not a good decision. Now, despite the fact that tactics works against PSG, that doesn't mean that it can work against Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich plays attacking football, and we need solid defenders to defend against the likes of Harry Kane, Michael Olise, and Luis Diaz. Now, in my previous video, this is my final lineup prediction against Bayern Munich. For our attack to be more effective, I think Estevao Williams needs to start against Bayern Munich. And it would be wise if we actually start Garnacho. It's not just right for Garnacho to just go straight to the starting level, especially in a game like Bayern Munich. I think Garnacho can be a super sub in tomorrow's match. Now, for the attack to be effective, Pedro Neto need to play the left wing, then Estevao Williams need to play the right wing. Then Kopama should play as the number 10. We all know that Kopama and Estevao Williams link up effectively. You can see what they did against Bayern Leverkusen in the friendly game, and I think they can still replicate that performance against Bayern Munich. Now, in my previous video, I stated that Joao Pedro is going to be the problem of the starting 11, because Joao Pedro plays better when he's behind a striker, not when he's up front. But we all know that number 10 role is meant for Kopama. In that case, Joao Pedro does have a choice to play at that number 9 role. But I don't know how tough Bayern Munich defense are, but I believe Joao Pedro can find a chance and do some damage. Now, going to our midfield, we'll go with the usual: Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Moises Caicedo have never had a bad game for Chelsea, and tomorrow is not going to be the first. Now, if Moises Caicedo can successfully take that midfield from Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich, then the game will be in Chelsea's control. Now, I know that Gnabry is going to be Bayern Munich number 10. And mind you, if you can cut off Bayern Munich midfield, then we can starve the attackers from actually collecting the balls. Because like I said before, midfield is the game. If the midfield is not stable, then the team will find it difficult to produce results. Now, I'll go with our centre-back, which is our major problem. I think I've seen enough of Tosi. Why not just give Wesley Fofana a try? Because he's capable of defending very properly. Despite the fact that Fofana overlapped and left Tosi in the back against Brentford, if Enzo Maresca can give Fofana a simple instruction to stay with Chalobah in the back, then our central defense will be tight. But my second choice is Josh Ashipong, because he still have the potential to hold that defense with Chalobah. We know that Cucurella is going to lock Michael Olise tomorrow, because Cucurella have the advantage, which is Cucurella have the strength and speed to run with Michael Olise. Same goes with Reece James. In fact, Luis Diaz is too small to give Reece James a problem in that wing. Reece James have pockets the lives of Vinicius Jr., Eberechieze, Rafael, Jeremy Duco. So I don't see why Luis Diaz would be a big problem for Reece James tomorrow. But the problem is, will Maresca start Reece James at the right back tomorrow? Because Maresca hardly starts Reece James in the right back. So Chelsea fans, what is your thoughts on this lineup? Let me hear your opinion at the comment section. And before I go, I've made some changes in our Champions League squad. As we all know, Bononate was excluded from the squad, the first announcement. But due to the fact that Dario Sugo will be out for 12 weeks due to his injury when he picked up in international break, Bononate have been added to replace Dario Sugo in the Champions League squad. But that is not a loss for us, that is actually a bonus, because I was quite pleased with Bononate's performance despite the fact that most of his passes were intercepted. Now, Chelsea fans, we should all remember at Chelsea, majority of Chelsea players are playing their first ever Champions League, and we all know that Champions League formats have totally changed. That is why any points is very important. The more Chelsea win their 3 points in the Champions League, the higher their chance of qualifying to the next phase. So Chelsea fans, what is your scoreline prediction against Bayern Munich tomorrow? Or do you think that we are going to draw the match? Let's say your opinion at the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Chelsea updates. See you on my next video.